Hello, fair listener. Welcome and thank you for following our journey on metagaming by Rum Propelled Gaming. Fair warning, sometimes we are not safe for work, and others not safe for real life. Journey forth at your own risk.
Craig hasn't graced us.
Fucking Craig.
Fucking
Fucking
Craig.
Craig.
All right. So while all this is going on, Renshaw is, and I've rolled investigation, is like checking out the bar to see. So one, they're a little thrown off because everything's their size, right? So Renshaw is 3 feet 5 inches, not used to things being the same height or like appropriate, and so it's immediately thrown off warning flags. Like what's this is strange. What's going on? Something's weird here. And so because the only or it seems like the source of commotion right now is the bar. He's gonna be just peering around. I don't know if the squirrel landed on the shoulder or not, but just closely trying to check out to see if there's anything mostly edible. Renshaw's looking for food, but if there's anything else of interest, in and around the top, like might lean over and see if they can look and see the what's in the shelves behind it, or whatever.
So you, as you go to start looking around, and the man behind the counter is kind of like shooing away the squirrel, you see this squirrel backflip towards you, and you can tell that they're going for your shoulder, and they kind of make it to your shoulder, but more like your chest, and they just kind of grab your shoulder.
And I'm not even gonna flinch or anything. I'm just gonna look at them and just stare. Because Renshaw's old. It's like an old, I don't want to say grizzled, like well off, but definitely like an old man. And so I'm gonna give him one of those like old man looks, like not phased. What are you doing? Like waiting for them to respond.
Just like these damn kids.
Yeah.
And the squirrel on your shoulder just flicks its tail a couple times, getting its balance back, and it says, "Oh, hello." Seemingly not expecting to have landed on the shoulder, just kind of trying to get off the bar.
I need some help visualizing this, because I know
Sure.
you said the squirrel is like 1.5 feet tall, and then how tall is what is it? Rimshaw? Renshaw.
Yeah, it's in the chat. Is 3'5". But I'm assuming the squirrel doesn't weigh very much.
Almost half your height.
But I'm assuming, how much does the squirrel weigh?
Not much. I mean, most of the height that we were been talking about, this is something I did want to clarify, is the tail. It does go over my head, another head's height, and you're seeing that the squirrel itself is maybe 8, maybe 10 inches. So the tail goes up another 2 inches, or 8 inches above him, and the squirrel himself is actually wearing what looks like some sort of scale armor. You're not sure if it's fish or lizard, but it's scale, and it's got what looks like a 2 pair of scissors handles sticking out by side either of its heads, as if weaponry to use. And they're besides that, it looks like they have their large tail under their tail. Whenever they're flicking it, you can see a shield. It looks like mounted over top of the blades of the scissors that are its weapons.
Okay, yeah, because Renshaw is 250 pounds, so it's a stout halfling. So when I say stout, I mean stout. So I don't know if even if it's tall, if the squirrel doesn't weigh that much, it's probably not going to bother Renshaw very much.
Okay.
But yeah, the fact that it's not actually 1.5 feet tall, this might be. So Renshaw's just going to look over at it, since it's obviously not going anywhere, and just be like, it's gonna sigh, big sigh, like, you could stay there, I suppose, but you might have to pay rent. And just turns back to the bar, way more interested in finding food.
I do want to say, I am bewildered that the squirrel is talking. I am not used to that. Or
So I'm
haven't
gonna look
seen many
specifically
talking
at
squirrels.
you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look at you with your mouth agape. I'm assuming you're just bewildered and be like, "Who are you?"
Oh, I'm Malcolm. Bulk. I'm a kobold, but just kind of grew in the mountains. And, just
Are you
nature.
friendly? Do I have to
Yeah.
watch you?
I mean, I tried to be neutral as nature takes its course, and as does the cycle. We shouldn't have any problems, I imagine. I do have
I
a companion, but I think he's asleep right now. Although, let's hear about this job.
Yeah, I'm just gonna nod. And so I'm gonna look around for a second to take stock of the room. So I see a chicken, I see a squirrel. I've now been we haven't even asked the person offering the job their name yet. So I'm in a room with a how do I say it? A what again?
Kobold.
Kobold?
Yeah, a kobold, a chicken, and a squirrel.
Chicken. Are you a
Am
Disney
I the only
princess?
humanoid?
This feels like an animal party.
You also notice another humanoid, another human. For the most, like from what you can tell, a human.
All right.
Standing next to you that actually, oddly, looks the same size as you.
Okay, so I'm gonna look over at them and be like, and you?
Are you talking about me?
Yep.
Yes.
I'm not an animal, but we all animals at some sort.
And Flint, I would say you would definitely notice that Cat looks a lot bigger to you now.
Also, I'm gonna remember. I didn't think we were.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, but I'm saying like, okay, so this
It's a
chicken seems bigger to you than
Than a
a
normal
chicken
chicken.
should. Same with
I'm
the
a big
squirrel.
cock.
Are you also black?
Oh!
You also kind of notice that like all these creatures are like things that probably would normally seem like smaller or littler to you. Don't.
I'm not sure what's going on here. Last I knew, I was on my ship, and now I'm here with giant cocks and giant squirrels.
Don't forget that they talk.
I've seen some
Well-
shit. I'm used to talking animals.
I mean,
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
I just chitter in laughter on your shoulder.
I kind of turn my head sideways and look at everyone and just go.
I'm gonna turn
Um,
back to the
I'll look to the
guy
barkeep,
behind the
like,
bar.
"So where exactly are we?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn back to the guy at the bar and be like, so we're supposed to know each other? With like a question mark. Like you have a
And he
job for
kinda
us. That means
he
us.
kind of shrugs
It's
and he's like, I don't fucking know if you know each other or not. I'm just telling you that I brought you here because I have a job for you guys. If you folks want to go on with pleasantries, that's fine. I'll just be here waiting. And he kind of just like, there's like he kind of like leans up against the bar, but also like leans onto his shillelagh. And he takes out like this flask and he flips it open and takes a swig from it. Kind of hiccups as he does it.
What's this job?
Oh, well, glad you asked. Some things have been stolen from me, and I need them back.
What exactly are we
kind of
looking for?
things?
Define things.
Some
If you
family heirlooms.
What do they look like?
Well, my home was burglarized. And, there are a few things that I need back. There was a lot of stuff stolen, but these things specifically I need. And he pulls out pieces of paper for every one of you and hands them to you, and it's an itemized list of what was stolen.
I'm gonna nod and look at this list very appreciatively with a very like approving nod. I'm gonna examine it closely.
Yeah, so when you look at it closer, you see family heirlooms written in real big, like, at the top. And then you see mom's necklace, Aunt Patty's ring, horseshoe, sister's bracelet, dad's hat, glass
Partridge in a pear
unicorn,
tree.
Sister's what?
sister's bracelet, glass unicorn, and great aunt's earrings.
Are these all considered family heirlooms, or?
To him, they are.
Okay.
I'm gonna like
Didn't
raise
know
my
if it was
hand.
like a list of items stolen.
So these are a few of the items that were stolen from his home that he wants back.
Renshaw's gonna raise his hand and look at you.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna look at Renshaw and kind of nod and be like, "Yes."
My tequila have been involved when these items went missing.
He's gonna look at you funny and kind of like belch real loud and then kind of like hiccup at the end and then take another swig from his flask and be like, I don't drink that shit.
Show us where the break-in was? Or did they just like walk through the floor?
And he's just gonna kind of shrug and be like, it was magic. They just popped in, stole my shit, and popped back out.
Did you witness them?
No, but I know the bastard that took them.
Oh.
That'll help us.
What is your name, by the way?
Me? I'm Declan Finney.
Well, Declan, thanks for bringing us here. It was a wonderful place to be. Is there any nuts around?
And you got a cock on your cock.
I did not mean to jump on him. I was still on the couch. My sketchbook hit my keyboard. I'm sorry.
Whenever you say, like, are there any nuts around? He's gonna kind of look around and be like, well, I mean, all you guys seem kind of nutty.
Bagok, so charming.
I can't eat myself. That's not very, very, well, I could, but it wouldn't be very tasty, and I don't think I would like it very much.
Jess, you say so charming out loud.
Yes, I did.
When you say so charming, he's gonna, like, his attention's gonna snap to you and be like, charming? What do you mean? What do you mean about charms?
You are charming. I say this as kind of a question.
He's gonna get kind of like stand up straight, kind of puff his chest out and like give his beard a good stroke, and he's gonna go, I do like me some charms.
How big
Lucky
is the beard?
Charms.
You said it was big, but is it like covering his whole person all the way down to the floor? We're
No,
talking?
I'd say probably like collarbone length,
Ah, okay. Never mind. I won't try to jump
but
in.
like puffy.
I was gonna try and jump in it and look for some nuts.
I think you're jumping in the wrong beard.
Well, what are you gonna give us here, Declan? If we are going to get you your stuff back?
So glad you asked. If you get me my things, I can grant you 3 wishes.
Wishes.
Wait,
Is this-
3 each or 3 total?
3 total.
Oh shit.
Hats
I
off.
mean,
The wishes stay in this game or carry over to the main campaign.
Again, we'll see how it goes. I'll let.
Okay.
Magog? I'm interested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interest piqued.
I'm gonna look around and be like, well, I don't have anything better to do.
Yeah.
Alright.
Can't we go home once we complete this?
Point us in the direction we need to go.
I will get you back to your respective places.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, I'm gonna raise my hand again and be like, I have another request.
He's
I have
gonna look
another.
at you and be like, well, you're full of questions.
Indeed. If you wish us to carry this out, I must first implore you for some food, some sustenance, some nourishment. For I am very hungry and would very much like some good stout brew and some warm, hearty food. If not, I do not think I will be able to carry out this quest, this task you have laid out for us.
He's gonna kind of hiccup and kind of chuckle and be like, why didn't you say so? And he's gonna kind of shake his shillelagh and like green smoke is going to kind of cover the bar, right? Like kind of right here. It's not letting me ping. Right in front of him. That bald spot on the bar.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
where the chicken is
yeah.
standing.
Right in front of
And
me.
Oh, if you just hold left
Hold.
click, it should let you ping.
You have to hold it.
it just
You also have to be on the cursor option. And you might be on one of the other.
I was in pan mode, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so like right here. This green fog covers it, and in front of you, once the fog clears, are tankards of ale for everybody, as well as some very nice looking food. There's a like dish full of like mashed potatoes. There's some like different like proteins, so like there's some roast chicken, there's what looks to be like a pot roast type thing, and just kind of a really like what looks like to be a really hearty set of food.
How big is this mug?
Ah!
So,
How big is this mug? Like a normal mug? Or like a
Actually seems like it's a normal like a normal like 8 to 12 ounce mug
Oh,
for
okay.
like a human, but like to you it seems like a pretty big tankard of ale.
I'm gonna walk over to one of these mugs, the one closest to me, and just squat right in front of it. and just like start drinking it.
Okay.
I jump from the shoulder, presumably to. I guess I should wait for what Ren's doing there too a little bit. I'm sorry, I'll let somebody else go.
I'm gonna walk up to the counter and grab my mail.
I will grab some protein.
Yes, Renshaw's gonna walk up and immediately take a tankard of ale and drain half of it and start eating all of the a portion of all of the food. You show that's obvious restraint as they're eating, that they don't just take all of it, right? So
Declan will, as he sees you guys just kind of like grabbing food and like eating with your hands, he's gonna kind of motion to the tables behind you, and you'll notice that they have some like basic place settings on them as well.
You know, I just
And
realized
he'll kind of just look at you guys and be like, we're not savages here.
Meanwhile, the squirrel, when you'd stepped forward, Ren has jumped from your shoulder, landed on the bar. So it wasn't like it was more of a hop, not less of a jump when you moved forward. And then as soon as they got close to one of the tankards, it just was like sniffing at it and sticks their head in it, and you just hear.
Did you just kill the squirrel?
What a way to go.
I'm gonna look at. So wait, we don't have a name for the person behind the bar yet. No, we do. What was it?
Declan.
Declan Finney.
I'm just gonna look at him and be like, well, Declan, you said the bar was for eating, so I'm already started. I'm already here. But since we are all preoccupied with food, could you give us a little more information about this individual that stole your things? What do they look like? Where should we look to find them? What are their targets?
That
are there anything
bastard
you can use to
Fitzpatrick.
The Fitzpatrick.
Rat bastard Fitzpatrick. Gotcha.
How do you spell Fitzpatrick?
FITZPATRICK.
Yep.
And Balcom, do you say like that rat bastard Fitzpatrick out loud?
Oh, yeah. That rat bastard Fitzpatrick stole your family jewels?
And he's gonna look at you and nod and be like, yeah, he's been after them for millennia.
A millennia? That's quite a long time.
Earl comes back up.
Uh-oh.
That was it.
And he's gonna laugh and like kind of like pat you on the head and be like, "Oh, a squirrel after my own heart," and then take another like very, very long swig from his flask.
Now, is there green stuff glowing out of his flask like it is?
Yes.
Okay.
Every time he like flips it open, it's just like this little like wisp of like green energy coming from the flask.
Can we find this rat bastard?
Aw. Yeah. Come here.
He lives up the stream from here, and that's kind of how he says it, and he kind of like hiccups again, and he's like, he doesn't even have a proper home around here. He just sets up a little camp and kind of like is very clearly holding back like a very large, like gross sounding belch as he says that.
Meanwhile, the squirrel goes.
It's the tiniest little squirrel burp.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a Constitution for, I guess, like drowning yourself in ale.
How hardy is this squirrel?
Apparently not. 5.
Oh yeah, you are like suddenly there's like 2 Declans behind the bar.
Oh, does that mean we get 6 witches? I see 2 of you now.
And he's just kind of look at you and be like, 6 witches? No. 1 bastard. Not 6 witches.
Oh, a coven of 6 witches sure is scary.
No. The witches don't bother us around here.
There's witches here? Oh no! They always scare me in my travels.
And he's just gonna sigh and be like, no. The witches are not the target. Just Fitzpatrick.
The bastard. Bagok? And I burp.
And he's gonna kind of like point at you with his shillelagh and be like, exactly.
How did we get up the stream? We're kind of new here.
Well, I'd imagine you could just walk it.
Which direction?
Could you,
The real question here is, how did you get us here?
No. Renshaw's gonna say real loud. The question is, and they're gonna like take their finger and make a big circle and like make it smaller and smaller and smaller, and then point it at the I don't know why I can't forget your name. And say it's how do we know when we found this rat bastard? And like point, like moving the finger and pointing it.
He's gonna look at you and like narrow his eyes and be like, oh, you'll know. He looks just like me, but not as cool.
not as handsome, you say?
And he's gonna look at you and like stroke his beard again and be like, exactly.
Did this guy rob himself and just got too drunk to remember?
Yeah, I want to roll a perception to see if I can tell if he's like...
Sane?
Yeah. Well,
Are you doing a sanity check
Yeah.
on him? I
Definitely
mean,
bad.
so you're looking at you can tell there's definitely something off with this dude. Definitely very odd. But I mean, as far as you know, he got robbed.
He definitely believes he was robbed.
Yeah. He's
What?
very like
I believe that you believe you were robbed.
yeah, and you can tell like he's got some deep hatred for this Fitzpatrick dude.
All right, point us in the direction.
He's gonna kind of just point to these stairs here. And be like, you just go down the stairs and out the door.
All right, gang, that's our first clue. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna say after I nibble on some vegetables, I'm gonna head to the stairs.
And
Okay.
you said out this
Thanks for
window.
the food.
Thank you.
We'll be on our way.
As delicious brew. You said out this window is like a tree canopy and everything like that.
Yeah.
Too. I just
So
go.
No.
How do I
Don't let your intrusive thoughts win, squirrel.
move tokens?
So grab all the ones that you want, and then Control C will copy them, and then you go up to the pages that you created, go over to the other page, and then paste them in that page. And then what you'll have to do is there's like a little bookmark that's on each one of those pages too. You not each one. There's only one bookmark. I don't know if you see it. It's like a red. Trying to figure out about a better way to describe it here. I gotta go over to this other page. It's hanging out. It says players. It's like
But
a
I
red
just
flat-
turn the lights off on you guys.
a little bit.
My bad.
Yep, I'm just in a square now. A square of the abyss.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's absolute darkness. Oh wait, let me just open up my eyes.
Mhm.
Do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And then you gotta grab that and move it onto the new map you'll want us on. But Etrakira is going to try and jump out the window and glide down drunkenly.
Okay. Hold on.
You know,
No,
we
it's
didn't get
really
each
bad.
other's names at all either.
I was gonna say I know I didn't introduce myself, but
I mean, I figured we'll probably do it as we're walking, but
Yeah, my name is Etrakira, as I say, and then I jump out the window.
no.
I was
I am
Renshaw.
still in the treehouse. Yeah, I'm underneath the squirrel icon.
I'm still at the treehouse as well.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we're like on the same. Well, we were on the same square. Now I don't know where I am.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't see you.
If you do have a separate map made up,
Yeah.
like another scene, you could just copy and paste all of our tokens. So, like, you can copy Josh's character, and it'll save the settings also. Or it
Yeah,
should save the settings.
I did that, but I only have 4 of you guys.
So you're missing Ren.
Yeah.
Might have to.
Then just create a new one for him.
Yeah. Might have to just grab him from your downloaded. Excuse me.
Yep.
Making myself burp and got air caught down there. Thought I was such a cool kid when I was a kid. When I was a kid and learned that how to make yourself burp.
Oh yeah. Same thing with what was it, armpit farts? It's like, yeah, I'm the cool one. I don't know if I could do it anymore, actually.
I've never been able to do it. Was never my skill.
Why they never tried?
No.
Armpit fart?
When you grow older, you lose your ability to armpit fart.
Oh no!
Yeah.
That means you've leveled down.
Alright, so how do
Not
I
cool anymore.
move? Like, how do I make it so that you guys can see this area?
That's the bookmark that I was talking about. That should be on the pages. So if you open up your pages again at the top, there is a red bookmark looking thing that says players. And you got to grab that and drag it over to a new map before we can see.
Okay.
It's a great system anyways, so that you can still hop around on the maps and keep doing stuff while
So you guys go down those stairs, and they lead to kind of just like a little landing, and there's just like a hole, and then you see this pond with a couple trees starting to grow out, and then it kind of waterfalls down, and you see a stream starting.
very pretty.
Oh, that's neat. Yeah, I guess there's no question of which way to go. So fun.
So we're gonna follow the stream. So I hop in the water and I just start swimming like a duck
Okay.
towards the waterfall.
Oh. I'm gonna look around and realize that there's stairs, and I'm gonna take
Yeah,
the
I'm
stair.
And I jump off the edge of the waterfall.
Nice.
Could I get my companion at this time?
Yes.
BG8 should be fine.
Wait, what?
The freebies BG08. And
What's one of those free Drake tokens?
yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
No, and if you just give me control of them also, then
While you guys are walking down the stairs, you'd probably see Etrakira gliding down from that window, not even having touched this landing that you guys were on, landing somewhere.
Oh,
Not sure exactly.
Roll me an acrobatics.
Acrobatic.
Ooh!
But I've got glide.
Are you a flying squirrel?
Yeah, I'm a flying squirrel. That's got when I fall at least 10 feet above the ground, I can use my reaction to horizontally glide a number of feet.
Even
Equals my-
a regular squirrel can like
Yeah,
fall
Terminal
with absolute
velocity
grace.
is
Yeah.
less than.
they can, but
They
I've also
fall with
seen
grace.
squirrels eat shit, so
I
I
can't
can-
say I've ever seen a
Gracefully
squirrel
eat
eat shit.
I'm not gonna. Oh, that was not natural. That was dirty.
I mean it's still really good. So yeah, I'd say you just see the squirrel just dive like from the window and then just glide on down.
Hi guys, did you take the elevator?
All I seen were stairs.
Ah,
What's an elevator?
I don't know. I think I seen it in a dream once.
Oh,
Ren's gonna look over and be like, nice party trick.
Cat,
It's really useful if you pick me up and throw me into the air. I can dive bomb people. It's great.
roll me an acrobatics, Cat, because you just kind of tumbled down a waterfall.
I tried to jump.
Oh, you did? Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
heard that. I just
Wait,
heard you
ignore
go
that. That's the wrong
down
one.
the waterfall.
Oh, a natural one.
So you tried to jump, and you did jump, but you kind of like landed short, so you landed like right where the waterfall meets the water, and kind of just got like caught up in the like little bit of rapids that it's creating, and you kind of just like roll under the water and pop back up.
I'm just gonna try to act cool and hope nobody saw that, and keep like ducking my way down the stream.
And then yeah, you're just kind of waddling along.
He said he lives up the stream, so should we just follow the stream?
wait. Aren't the waterfalls like go downstream?
Yeah, I think he said downstream. Wait, did he say downstream?
We said upstream, but we're already upstream. Is he his own thief?
I think he meant more like metaphorically. Water starts here, follow it to destination.
Uh,
I don't have a good feeling about this guy.
okay.
Let's go perform a citizen's arrest on him.
Just break it.
Wait, no, you sew your own shit.
Try to just shake the wishes out of him.
Just give us what we demand. Peace was never an option.
Or, we could just see where this goes. This place is pretty cool.
Yeah, let's go.
Skittering down the bank, following the chicken. Is the water good?
Water feels nice. Forgot.
Give me a
What's your take on this place, Drac? Oh, I guess I would be saying the Draconic. Just talking to it.
That is not something that I speak.
I'm just checking to make sure, see if it could speak. It can. But
It can.
yes, it can.
Okay, so in Draconic, you just kind of hear him kind of like grumble. And he's like, I don't really know. Kind of. He just kind of lets out a big yawn. And he's like, I don't know. That guy was from like areas I could see. He was kind of weird.
Yeah, he was a bit goofy.
So you guys are just beelining it down the stream.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Does
I
anyone
do
know
notice.
anything
Well, maybe
that they
not.
have to stop and look at?
I mean, is there any trails I can kind of track?
I mean,
of-
there's a little bit, like, you can see, like, the stream definitely, and you can kind of see these ruins, or, like, these little, like, what look to be, like, an attempt at a footpath, kind of follow that as well. Like, follow
Is
down
there
the
anything?
stream.
But I'm gonna look closely at the water, and see if there's anything special about the water itself, or if there's anything in the water.
There's nothing in the water. It's weirdly very, like, clean, crisp, clear-looking water. It's also, like, even though it's very clear and crisp looking, it's almost like it's got a hue of green to it. Like most water like this would be like a bright blue, but this is more of a bright green.
I'm gonna lean
Is-
over and stick my hand in it.
So you stick your hand in it, and it feels nice. Like, nicer than, like, it's almost like when you stick your hand in it, you can just feel, like, the crispness of the water, if that makes sense. Like, you can just feel, like, and it's not frigid, but it's not warm. It's just it's like perfect feeling water.
Is any of the flora recognizable from, like, our original world?
Yeah, so you do notice, like, the trees, like I said, and, like, in the picture, it's kind of the same. So it's just a very lush green. It almost looks like it's too bright or too perfect. And everything kind of has, like, there's just kind of like shimmer in the air, and it is just, you feel very peaceful being here. Like, it's just a very serene, very beautiful forest.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at my companions and be like, give me a minute, guys. I'm gonna get in this water real quick. I'm gonna go for a nice brisk swim.
And while, to be clear, is Ren a guy? Renshaw?
Oh yeah, Renshaw's dude.
Got it. Just
It's male.
like before I started saying he, because I was about to say he. While he's doing that, but anyways, so when Ren's doing that, I was trying to look at these ruins over there, that you'd mentioned, and stick my head, and like a distracted squirrel, run before the group, and then distractedly turn my head back around real quick and run back over to the ruins and stick my head into the holes and look around.
Okay, yeah, so there is a, like, hole right there in front of you. When you pop your head in there, you do see something. You're not quite sure what it is. You see a bit of red kind of just poking out from, like, the hole, like, goes back and then kind of turns, and you can see, like, just poking out from where it turns, there's just a bit of, like, something, like a red round something poking its way out of the hole.
That is very questionable. Don't touch it.
Guys, there's a red rocket over here.
Oh, red what?
How strong is the current? Can I get out of the stream?
Yeah, it's a very, like, light flow
Okay.
of the stream, especially down where you are. It was a little more, like, fast paced up towards the waterfall, But now that you've gone down past the waterfall, it's kind of slowed.
I step
Alright.
back.
I'm
From, I
just
step
still
back from
enjoying swimming.
Yeah, so
I
as you're
remember
like, I'm guessing, are
and
you just like laying down?
It's like nice stories.
Are you just like laying down in the stream, or are you like just sitting? It's not very deep. It's
I'm gonna. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna like be as much in the water as I can. So even if it's real shallow, I'm still gonna try to like kick and like be horizontal. Yeah, be as horizontal and
Okay.
like just take in the niceness of the water and just be like. And
Yeah.
so like now that I'm in the water, I don't want to get out of the water. Just gonna be like,
Yeah,
that's
so-
nice.
So I'd say it is just deep enough for you to kind of just like lazy river it and just like lay there floating. And
Yeah.
as you're laying there floating, like how you were saying, like you don't really want to get out of the water. You feel like you don't want to get out of the water. Like it's just very comforting for you to just be lazily floating there.
Okay.
Is anybody else gonna investigate this hole?
Yeah, I'll hop up there.
Okay.
I know my way around the hole. I'll check.
So, Kat, once you like hop up there, roll me an investigation for me. Roll an investigation for me. And Flint, as you're kind of peeking through, trying to look like past this chicken that just kind of jumped up in your way. And Kat, like as you're kind of poking your head further into the hole, you guys do see a little bit more. You see this red, maybe like, I don't know, something that you've seen before. It's kind of red. It looks kind of rubbery. It's rounded but kind of tapers to the bottom, and there's a string coming off of it that looks like the string is far enough out that if you reach your hand in, especially Flint, like if you reach, like really reach, you could probably grab the string.
Yeah, good sir. You should reach for that string. Bagok, I say, backing up.
I'll reach my hand in.
So as you grab the string and you give it a little tug, this item comes free and you pull it out of the hole, and it is a red balloon.
Are there 98 more?
Not this guy.
Achievement
Sing it in
progress
German, they'll be
unlocked.
impressed.
Just one
99
red balloon.
Luftballon.
Yes! Sorry, go ahead.
It's just a red balloon. Just kind of bouncing on the string as you're holding it.
I'm gonna poke it with my sword and pop it.
You attempt to do this, and it does not pop.
I see this. I see him try to pop the balloon, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I apparently don't have any spells. Hold
It
on.
looks like when you go to pop it, it kind of it just indents with the sword, and then as you pull your sword back, it just pops back into place.
Yeah, you'd have to prepare all your spells if you created the new character there, Jess.
I totally didn't, and I am very sorry. But I can cast Firebolt.
So Flint's holding this balloon. It's, I'd say, only maybe a foot above his head. And so Flint, as you're trying to like reach your sword up and like pull down on the balloon and like kind of stab at it with your sword, as you pull your sword back and it doesn't pop, as it's like registering that it didn't pop, you just see this blast of fire just whoom, and like kind of like engulf the balloon and then dissipate, and the balloon's still just bopping there.
And oh, well,
You also, like, as you're the longer you're holding this balloon, you kind of get like a feeling of like You feel lighter.
I want to jump. Just in place, I want to jump straight up.
Are you just like bunny hopping it? Or are you like full force, like hunkering down and jumping?
Just bunny hopping it to see if I notice because if I have that sense of feeling lighter, I want to see if like, oh, that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Jump to
So
feel my own weight.
yeah. So like you kind of bunny hop, and you do feel like maybe you got a little bit higher than you normally do.
That's weird.
When the firebolt came and hit the balloon, and after the poking too, the tensity of the situation, just you see the squirrel like chittering, but like with its hands over its mouth, and it skitter away into the stream and leave droppings behind.
Oh, whoops.
Okay.
Gonna take a step back, and if I could turn myself, I would. Can't. There we go. I want to take a run and jump to see if I can make it across that stream.
Okay.
Knowing in my head that normally I wouldn't be able to.
Okay. So you kind of like run, jump, and you do. So you kind of reach like the peak of your jump, and instead of just like falling straight back down, you kind of like glide a little bit, and then like almost very gracefully land on just the roll me in acrobatics. Because like, where are you trying to jump? So you're trying to jump
Just on the
from
other side.
like right here to like
Yeah, it's
right
where I'm
here.
at now.
Okay, yeah. So you get a good run, and you like leap off just like the bank of this stream, and you kind of like glide, and then you slowly land almost perfectly right where you're at, kind of like on top of this like wall of these runes, which is only like maybe a foot high. Like it's just a little wall.
Well, I don't think this balloon's anything we're looking for, but goddamn, I'm keeping it. Tie it to my belt. And then proceed to jump back up.
I'm looking for nuts at this bridge. See if any other squirrels scurried them away. Oh my god. That was dirty again.
So you're kind of sniffing around like along here, and you don't really notice anything, but as you get closer to like this tree line, you do see a couple like small things, and as you get closer you do notice that maybe they're nuts, but you really don't like, you've not really like, they're not ones that you would recognize.
Hey guys, anyone recognize these nuts? And I just point to them.
I'm
These
down
nuts.
there. Got him.
Yep.
So, do we recognize these nuts? I'm an adult, I swear.
Should I roll?
Everyone who's looking, roll
Nature?
me a nature.
I'm gonna like glance over from the water. I have a pretty good.
Oh, I don't know shit. 7.
One of my personality traits is that I've read every book in the world's greatest libraries. So,
Okay.
That's
So you do recognize them. They are. Here, I'll send a picture to the Discord.
are you sending it to the general chat or to the?
Yeah, just to the general. Maybe.
I'm also not sure at this point if I'm going to relay the truth to the rest of the party, depending on what the nuts are. Oh, wow.
You see these.
Oh.
What do I know about them?
You know that they are nuts that are commonly found in the Fey Wild. And they're very strange looking. Some people consider them lucky. And you know that they are called the water caltrop.
Do I know if they're edible or poisonous?
You do know that they can be toxic when eaten raw. But if roasted or boiled before they are consumed, they are safe and they taste slightly sweet and musky. And when
Musky
cracked
nuts,
open,
duly noted.
when cracked open, they have a texture similar to that of a chestnut.
Ooh.
Okay, so
These are real nuts, by the way.
Yeah, these are fantastic. So I'm gonna, so I'm like still floating in the water, right? I've allowed it to carry me down a little bit, and I'm like keeping up with the group. And I don't really I know that you can't just eat them straight out. That we have to cook them first, and I don't really want to deal with that. We just had food, and so I'm gonna look at the squirrel and be like, I recognize those. They're very poisonous. Don't touch them.
Spiky nuts. Can I use them for weapons? Spiky nuts are good weapons.
As long as I mean, sure, but as long as you don't scratch yourself with them.
I attempt to carefully pick them up and put them in a pocket of my backpack.
Is it
To
there
stick,
a
make nice
story
base.
of if you eat something in the Fey Wilds, you can never go back home?
Oh shit! We already ate shit, guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are
Nah.
we in the Fey Wild?
Does
That's a
drinking count?
story. That, let me tell you, that's a story. We'll be
Does
fine.
drinking count?
Everything
Maybe.
counts because
And
it doesn't. What you eat has nothing to do with your ability to go back. I know these things.
Okay, I'll believe you. I guess. I don't know much about it.
Good answer.
Would you like me to roll something, Gab, or do you want to roll something for me collecting these nuts, or do you want to tell me how many nuts I got that are at the bottom of the street?
2.
Yeah, so you start kind of just looking around and picking up nuts, and you
Start squirreling them away.
yes, you find about 15 nuts.
Yay! I'm doing that while you guys are continuing to walk down this way and play with your balloon.
Walk this way.
I am down to continue going downstream or upstream or our destination.
I just
Right.
continue following the stream.
Yeah,
I'm going to ignore these nuts.
Are there
So-
real nuts, by the way?
yeah.
You should have to roll Constitution to ignore these nuts.
Ah!
Extra salty.
All right, shit. That's not going to be the episode of the names episode. We got to keep going. Let's go.
These nuts. So as you guys are moving down the stream, you gotta wait a minute because I am
Loading.
The
Loading.
suspense.
loading the next map.
Do, 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 do.
Hurry up. Someone sell me something random.
I got some nuts for you.
Some nuts. Is that what?
Ah!
Nuts and screaming.
Like, just imagine like a squirrel chomping.
Oh, I'll be right back. Gonna head to the restroom.
I
He's gonna go cry.
Yes.
Meanwhile, I skitter over to the bank. I guess I need to come up with a different word. Scamper. I scamper over to the bank and say to introduce myself to the chicken. I'm Epticpia. What's your name?
I'm Cat. Nice to meet you.
Cat. You're a chicken.
I'm Cat.
Want some of these nuts?
I look at the nuts he's holding out, and I'm like, aren't they poisonous?
They're pretty spiky. Spiky nuts.
Spiky Mikey nuts.
We should save these for later. Bagok.
Oh,
I bet they'll
white
be
screen.
handy.
Wrong area.
I was gonna say I see another stream. Or the same stream?
Yeah, so you guys walk through, and it's kind of like you walk through like a little bit of a clearing, and it like opens up, and you see the stream going down. There's a bridge, and then it forks.
Oh no.
We should have asked. Did he say which side of the stream we needed to follow? Bagok.
You just instead follow the fucking stream.
I can just keep floating and see where it takes me.
Great idea. I hop back in the water and I start to duck it again down the water.
So, no, I have an idea. I'm gonna look to the squirrel, because I can't remember your name.
My name's Etrikira. And yours is?
My name is Flint, good sir.
Ah, wonderful to meet you.
So, I have an idea to get a better lay of the land. I will tie this balloon around your waist and throw you into the air.
Oh God, he's not going to come back down.
So that you can get a good bird's eye view to see if you can tell which way we need to go.
Very quickly, before we do that, I had one other idea. And I start sniffing around on the ground and looking for tracks and or perhaps passings of other others in the direction at the split. If there are anything in one direction or the other, smell or physical evidence.
So you're running down to like
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't.
right
move.
here.
Yep.
I'm guessing. Okay.
Yeah. I
Scamper on down there.
yeah scamper on down there and start looking for. Oh my gosh.
So as you're kind of like sniffing around and looking, roll me. Oh, you already did. Look at that. So oddly enough, so you do notice that it looks like maybe there's some like disturbed like shrubbery like kind of leading through here. But you also notice like this little path here.
Mhm.
There's been some movement and like maybe across this bridge. You can tell it's not like an unused path. But it's also kind of strange to you that I keep doing that. It is also kind of weird to you that this like area. I know, I'm sorry, I keep hitting the wrong thing.
You can lock that if you right click
okay.
on it. If you right click on it, you can
Oh
go.
yeah, lock position.
Yep.
Cool, thanks.
problem.
Oh. What did that do?
Just go to another layer. If you're on the map layer, then you can go to like the tokens layer and
Yeah. Cuz I was like there's a big ol' lock symbol now.
Mhm.
Okay, so yeah, like down this way. You do notice that like it looks like maybe somebody traveled off the path and kind of was going down this way. So
Okay. Down to the south of where we're at.
you do notice like some like maybe drag marks too, but it's kind of hard to tell from over there.
Little
Okay.
one. Shush.
Flint, 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 Flint,
Aye.
Flint.
Yes.
I hop up on this part here and I just start squeaking his name. It looks like they may have someone off the path has gone this way, but I think the balloon might be a good idea. Maybe I'll be able to see smoke of the camp or something like that.
I'm imagining the
Huh.
scene with Crunk and the squirrel right now.
Squeak, squeakity, squeak, squeaker, squeak, squeak. I will. Yeah, okay, let's do it. I tie the balloon around his waist. And I look up into the sky, give him a good trajectory in case it's a little off. I'm trying to aim him to where like he'll arc down and land around here.
I'm sorry,
Around
I forgot
where?
I was muted. How much did I miss?
We were figuring
Um,
out the path of the
Squeaker, squeak,
direction.
squeak.
Yep.
Crunk has visited and he's teaching us squirrel.
It's all coming together.
Wrong
Honestly,
lever!
Emperor's
where are
New
you
Groove is a
trying to
great
throw
movie.
him?
Mm-hmm.
Right over here. Like I'm trying to give him a good angle. I don't want to like throw him straight up into the air and straight back down. I want to kind of give him a nice little arch.
Like shot put him?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me in athletics. And Etrikira, roll me a acrobatics.
Man, I should have really improved that skill.
Sir.
Did that come through? I'm sorry.
Okay, so
Probably not. I just probably heard it.
I see a
Okay.
17 for athletics.
Flint, you pick him up and you like kind of angle yourself, and you have him just kind of you have this squirrel as much in your hand as you can. Like you're kind of like supporting their like ass and like back and tail with one hand, and then your other hand's kind of like up underneath them, and you just kind of twist and like launch them. And
I imagine I'm holding him like a whale harpoon. Get ready to just fucking launch him.
yeah, so like Edrakira, you float over pretty good, and then as you're coming down, you're kind of trying to like aim, because you're looking at like landing like right on the bank here. So you're kind of trying to aim, and you kind of overshoot it, and you just kind of like clip this log here, and you like land on it, but then you kind of stumble off of it and like pop back up. Like, I'm fine, everything's fine.
I totally meant to do that.
All according to plan.
That's
But
fine.
otherwise, like as you're launched, like it does kind of like with the balloon, like it kind of feels like it is giving you a little bit of like kind of similar to like how you can glide normally, but maybe with a little extra assistance.
Okay. Should I roll a perception or something too of what's in the air, what I see from while I'm up in the air and trying to perceive?
Yeah, if you're trying to look like as you're in the air, go ahead and roll an investigation.
Sure. That's dirty. 21.
Yeah, so as you're up in the air, you're kind of looking down towards this area that you were looking at before. And once you get to like right around here, but like in the air, you do see and notice more. It definitely looks like there has been foot traffic along this bank. And you definitely do notice like almost like drag marks. Like whoever was walking this area, like walking this bank, definitely was toting something kind of heavy.
And in this direction, did I see any smoke or anything like that of a camp off in the distance?
Really, like, kind of far off in the distance, like,
Okay.
you do notice maybe a little bit of smoke or something. You do see maybe, like, a little bit, like, of a tent kind of poking out.
I skitter up on top of the log and let everyone know. It seems like the southerly direction is the right direction.
I start paddling that way.
All right, as you get to like that turn right there, you do notice that it like gets kind of easier to start paddling down that way.
Uh-huh. Does that mean the current is picking up? Am I in danger?
You're not in danger. It just you don't have to paddle as much because it's flowing pretty good.
Going
On
with
top
the
of-
flow.
On top of the log again, I say, Flint, this way.
Aye.
And then I turn to the lizard kobold, and I say, no, I don't think we've been formally introduced. I met Akira.
Oh, nice to meet you, Atakir. I'm Balkum.
Oh. Where do you hail from, Balkan?
I just generally live in the wilderness, outside of most civilizations.
Oh, so you don't serve any masters?
No, I just been fending for myself.
Good. I've had some of your the bigger forms of you come through my forests and destroy most of my kin. Their little children love snacking on us, but I've been pretty lucky. And I just scamper south.
Okay, so we're supposed to be going down. I could swim, but prefer to stay out of the water, of course.
Cat!
Bagok?
This way! Is there anything down there interesting?
I poke my head under the water to investigate.
So you poke your head under the water. It's really clear. I mean, there's a lot of rocks and stuff. But weirdly, no fish
I
or like
got my
anything.
hand up and I relay that. I'm like, this water's beautifully clear, Bagok. But there's no fish. There's no creatures. Bagok.
That's odd. A stream like this should at least have little pennies.
I don't know. I spend most of my time in a tree.
I live my life by the sea.
Oh, that's understandable. You look like it. I'm gonna try and check what's over here. You want to throw me over there again? I've still got the balloon tied around me, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Alright, hold on, little buddy. Here we go. What was that? Athletics?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so close! Almost a nat.
That was a natural one.
Yeet!
Yeah, you're like, all right, I got this. You pick him up and you just chuck him. Like, you don't even ready it. You just pick up this squirrel and fucking chuck it, and you kind of whiff it a little bit. And, like, as he throws you at Akira, he kind of throws you and, like, but doesn't release, like, when he should have. So, like, his fingertips kind of, like, catch your tail and, like, your ass. And it's like kind of like he's like slapping your ass midair, and you kind of like jump and like start kind of tumbling through the air, and it's like you're just getting tangled up in the balloon string, and then you land like just at the edge of the bank.
Oh, thank you, Daddy.
And now you're just kind of like tumbled onto the ground, tangled up in this. Like you did definitely glide across the stream, but it was not gracefully. Yeah. You got
glided.
across the stream. Yeah. But it was not graceful by any means. Not what you're used to.
More of like a tuck and roll and then a half glide, and then I course correct with a tail and.
Mm-hmm. And you're kind of like all disheveled and like tangled in this balloon string.
And I guess I try to entangle myself as I'm on the other side after screaming "Thank you, Daddy" from halfway across the screen unintentionally. It seemed like.
You are very trusting.
Anytime. My finger.
I don't know if let's see, 5. These are still 5s, right? 5. 15,
yeah.
20. So like 20 feet away, and you're in a bush. I'm untangling myself from a thing. I don't know if I would have heard you.
You can roll perception if you want.
Yeah, I think.
I'd shout it.
Not you, Flint. I was saying for Balkan, his.
Oh.
Because it sounded like it was more under his breath too, of like so trusting.
Yes.
I guess my squirrel ears pick up something. Because
I mean, you kind of like your ears kind of twitch as you hear Balcom start talking. You catch, you get the idea of what he's saying.
Hey, babe.
I
lost my little fan shield.
I know, it fell off.
The ear perks up, and I turn around and say, "Oh, well, you gotta trust to survive in this world. In these worlds, it's the only way." And then I shimmy up this tree to see if I can see anything from a distance here. If there's anything around interesting. I'm presuming this isn't actually existing either over here.
So you shimmy up that,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a pretty small, like kind of more of a sapling.
Oh, okay.
More of just like a big shrub. But you do get up there. I mean, it does add a decent amount of height for you. Gives you a better advantage, and you're looking around, and you do notice over by this shrub, kind of like a little, maybe like a glowy door.
Door. Oh, okay. Guys, there's a door over here. Does anyone want a door?
A glowy door?
Yeah, I didn't say anything about glowing, but I guess, yeah, it
Right,
seems to be glowing.
I'm gonna try to flutter up out of the water to go see what he's indicating. Are you a he?
Yes. I know the picture's very abstract, but there wasn't any other, like, that I thought represented what his face should look like as there's no squirrel image on D&D Beyond, simply.
Yep, we got to deal with what we got.
Yeah.
Is this stream deep now? I mean, I see
It
on the map
is
here there's
a
walls.
little, yeah, it is a little more deep. It's maybe like I'd say, like a 4-foot bank.
All right, I attempt to jump up out of the stream.
Roll me in athletics. Acrobatics? Athletics. Athletics.
9.
So you kind of hop up. You get most of the way there, but you're kind of like scampering or like crawling at the edge of the bank. And you just like kind of like with your talons are able to kind of get up there. And then you just kind of crest it.
Bagok! Oh, it's harder than it looks.
You kind of like being down low, you kind of misjudged the like depth.
Death or depth?
Depth.
Okay.
Is there anything noteworthy over there?
I guess I'll check. I yell, so that we're not all wasting. I'll scout ahead, running towards the door.
The door or the book? What is that?
I will just follow. How do you say your name again?
Etrakira.
Etrakira. I'm just gonna follow Etrakira.
Just think of how like much accentuation the squirrel would have with its front teeth. Etrakira.
Etrakira.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to think of when I thought of its name, anyways.
So, Kat and Etrakira,
Yeah.
roll me an investigation.
Shouty shout snatching! I love you.
I love you too, but I don't think they know the sorry.
No, nobody else here knows that story.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Nope.
So, Kat, you walk up to it, you're kind of pecking around the bottom, you're like, yeah, this door is in fact a door.
Totally a door. I agree.
Esther Kira, as you're looking, you kind of notice something odd about the door. Maybe like there's something written on it.
Besides that it's glowing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You notice that the glow is coming from what is scrawled onto this door, like carved
Oh.
onto it.
Just so you know, I know Celestial, Common, Sylvan, and Undercommon as my languages. I don't know if any of those are what is written on the door, but those are what I know.
Okay. It is actually, from what you can tell, in Sylvan.
I attempt to read it then.
Okay. As you're reading it, it says, a special type of plant I am. Try and find me if you can. 1, 2, 3, or 4. How many leaves will I have? I'm not too sure.
Poison ivy.
Marijuana.
Ah!
A special plant I am.
Go and find me
A
if you
special type of plant I am. Try and find me if you can. 1, 2, 3, or 4. How many leaves will I have? I'm not too sure.
Ah, you were much faster. Yeah, you got that. You got that from somewhere else. There we go. There we go. I relay the information to Kat, who is beside me, saying that verbatim of what as I read it, and kind of take one of my scroll, pause, and trace the words as I'm reading them. Do you know what it means?
So, hold on, I'm going to read it again. A special type of plant I am. Try and find me if you can. 1, 2, 3, or 4. How many leaves will I have? I'm not too sure. 4-leaf clover! Or just a clover? Wait, am I allowed to just yell this out, or do I have to roll?
You can. You can yell out. Nothing happens with the door.
When I yell out a 4-leaf clover.
Mm-hmm.
Grass!
Would we be able to hear her way over here yelling out a 4-leaf clover?
Roll a perception.
It has to have one
God
leaf,
damn it.
which is always the confusing thing to me in this whole sentence of things.
So,
It could have 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Petrikira, do you know how to say 4-leaf clover in what is this in? Elven? No, Sylvan.
It's in Sylvan. Okay, I attempt to do that. I say a 4-leaf clover in Sylvan.
So you say a 4-leaf clover.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing happens.
I imagine with a 6, I didn't.
No, you did not.
Okay.
You can hear, you heard Cat, like, kind of, like, you catch, like, the bagak, but you don't really know what they're saying.
So I want to yell back over, what?
I bound over this way, all the way to the edge, and of the stream that it looks like Ren is holding onto the side of the wall so that they don't float, so he doesn't float down the stream, and the rest of the crew are standing across the other way, and we can't. There's a door. It's got some glowing letters on it, and it says, in a Feyish language called Sylvan, it says, a special type of plant. I am. Try and find me if you can. 1, 2, 3, or 4. How many leaves will I have? I am not sure.
Did you
Does that
already
mean
try a
anything to-
clover?
Oh, yes. That was the first thing we tried.
How many
A
leaves?
regular clover?
No. I don't think we tried that.
Renshaw's
What kind
just
of
gonna
clover
laugh.
did you try?
Just gonna laugh, or Renshaw's just gonna laugh.
The others floating in the water is kind of laugh. We're like, did you find one?
I look for a 4-leaf clover near me, or a clover, I guess. Period.
Roll
I
me in
wanna
nature.
Scour my area for a
Everybody that's looking for clovers, roll me in nature.
I am still inspecting the door. I am not looking through the grass at all.
Okay.
For a
Are-
team.
Are you looking
Oof.
negative
Super
1
oof.
to your nature?
I
Are you
mean,
looking specifically for a 4-leaf clover or just any clover?
I'm specifically for a leaf.
Okay.
I was looking for a clover. Period.
I'm gonna look in the water for some clovers.
Yeah, so Balcom, you are you getting down into the water?
Yes.
So you jump down into the water and you're kind of looking, you find maybe some like mossy, like algae type stuff growing like just kind of up the wall right here. Hold on. Like right here next to you, and you just grab a handful and you're like, "Is this it? I found it!" You're all proud.
This is a clover, right? I've only
Oh.
heard about them. Haven't really looked at a clover.
You're looking around, you're getting kind of frustrated because, like, you see just across the water where Etrakira is, you see a patch of clover just kind of like right underneath, like, this bush right here, like where Etrakira is at. But you're like, I don't know. They all look like they're just 3. And at Trakira, you're kind of looking around, and all you see is 3 leaves as well.
I pick one of those up and run back to the door
Okay.
and place it on it and go. They thought maybe when I posed the question to the rest of the group that this would do, and I lay the 3-leaf clover on the door, and I say, just regular clover, not 4-leaf clover in Sylvan.
Are you just kind of pressing it against the door?
Mhm.
So as you're kind of pressing it against the door and you say Clover and Sylvan, you're kind of like looking at the door as you do it, and roll me a perception check.
Not natural.
You notice that there is a small clover-shaped indent right below the wording.
3 or 4 or
It's a 4-leaf clover.
Oh, I relay the information to Kat. It's saying of the. Oh,
That there's an indent.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I start looking around in the grass.
Roll me in nature.
Is nature? Where the hell is it? Oh, okay.
It should be
All
an
around
N.
us. Nature is all around.
A dirty 20.
So our familiar faces.
Weird nature.
Right at the base of the door, right, like kind of tucked under the shrub that's right here, you see a patch of clover, and right in the middle, kind of taller and bigger than all the others, is a 4-leaf clover.
I pluck it.
Okay.
And I hand it to Etrakira. Don't mock me. I'm your wife. I'm not allowed to
love
do
you.
that.
Too late.
I'm just gonna climb out of the riverbank. Also,
No takebacks. So
no refunds.
yeah, I take the 4-leaf clover and press it into the indent.
You press it into the indent, and it kind of like, it's almost like it was magnetized, like it just sticks there, and you pull your hand back, and there's a faint green glow from behind the clover, and you hear something kind of tumble in the door, and then you hear a click.
I look for a handle or try to open it.
You don't see any handles.
I cock-a-doodle-doo in triumph, loud enough for our companions to hear me.
Uh,
I guess companions roll a perception. Because you can, like, you're cock-a-doodle-dooing at the, like, top of your lungs, but they are kind of far away.
Okay.
Balcom, roll me an athletics too to try and like scamper up that cliffside.
I do have a climbing speed, if that
Okay.
matters. Do you still want me to roll it?
No, yeah, because you got like talons and shit. So you can probably climb up there pretty good. Roll it
Here,
with advantage.
Man, it doesn't matter the way I've been rolling.
It's because of the water and stuff, it's a little slicker than you're used to. And you lose your footing a few times, but you get up there.
And Drake is just gonna fly over.
He kind of flies over and just looks at you like, haha.
Listen, if I could have rode you, I would have. But
And then Cat like kind of screeches, like real loud. Balcom, you're still kind of trying to scurry up this bank, and like you're still really proud that you think you found Clover, so you're trying to like hold on to this soggy mess of like moss that you pulled off the wall as you're trying to climb up. So you're really preoccupied. You don't really hear Cat's squawk. But Renshaw and Flint, you kind of catch just the tail end of like a triumphant
While everyone else is trying to jump across, take a leisurely stroll across.
I guess
Okay.
I'm just curious.
I don't know
Is
I don't know if you've seen that, but I walked all the way.
Yeah,
I saw it.
So here in this little island or plateau, I don't know, is that up or down?
it's up.
Okay.
So I hear Cat screeching, but is that enough motivation to get me out of this water?
Is it?
You could
I don't
roll
know.
if you don't know.
I don't
sounds like
know.
a personal
What's-
roll. Just like roll a
what would you-
d20.
Yeah, I would
Okay.
roll like maybe a Constitution.
Yeah.
Regular or saving or D20?
Just a regular Constitution.
Oh no. Okay. $11.
I mean, you're definitely curious as to what's going on.
But your knees are making you think otherwise of climbing that.
Yeah.
So I'm. It's not enough to get me out of the water. This is real nice water.
It is really nice water. I would say the combination of like hearing Cat and then like everybody else making their way over there, there's kind of like, you know, that nagging feeling in the back of your mind, like, all right, maybe we have a job to do, like maybe I should go see what's going on.
Okay.
Like you don't want to do it, but you're probably gonna do it, kind of thing. You know, kind of like getting up and going to work in the morning, like after like a long stretch off. Like, I could just stay in bed and call off, or I could just get up and go in.
Life is hard, man.
This is true.
I'm looking for some way to open this door as well.
And after seeing Balcom and Kat kind of fumble their way up, you're like, you wade your way over to the wall. And you're like, this doesn't seem too hard. You find a couple good like stones to kind of hold on to, and you climb up no problem.
Yeah.
Etrikira, what did you say?
Oh, sorry. I'd said that I was looking for some way to open this. Previously, I'd mentioned looking for a handle, and you said I hadn't, so I rolled an investigation for you.
Yeah, you don't really see any. There's no handles or anything. It's just the door. But you did hear, like, definitely sounded like something like releasing or like falling, like out of place once you did the clover.
As everybody gathers around me, then I guess I'll have finished padding around, looking for some way to open it, and turn around and go. I heard, but it's not opening. I don't know. Maybe somebody else could take a stab at it.
Are there any more spaces for more clovers?
No. Not that you can see, like, readily available.
And so it's just glowing?
You're on the clover. So, Etrikira, you said you were looking for a handle. You said, were you, like, filling up the door when you did it, or were you just looking?
Yeah, I mean, if I were to look at the door and see no handle, I was trying to find some other way to open it with that investigation roll. So I was like feeling the edges, the face of it, you know, trying to grasp it somehow.
Yeah. So as you're trying to grasp it, you don't really like. There's no good way to like grasp it and like pull. But as you're kind of feeling it up, you do kind of get the sense that it kind of maybe would give way.
I jump on it.
So you just run up and like run, jump, and kick at it.
With my whole... And I was looking at this after you asked the question, Renshaw, but apparently I'm carrying 60 pounds, but I am also apparently only like 2 pounds myself, maybe, because I'm like slightly larger than your average squirrel.
Okay.
So like,
so you run at this thing and kind of just like thud into it, and it does. I mean, it does give way a little bit, and you do hear like the sound of like a stone slab, you know, like hinging open.
I jump back. I think somebody else could try, but I think it's giving way.
Could my Drake ram into it?
They sure could. Does your Drake have stats?
It does have a stat block.
Can you roll me a strength?
Okay.
I guess Etricuri, you should. I guess I should have had you roll me a strength
Sure, I can do that.
since you just launched yourself
Oh.
at this.
It would be a
Door.
23.
Okay. So Etricuri, you got a little bit. There's a little crack. But then you kind of are like standing next to it, like kind of huffing and puffing, because like you definitely threw your whole body weight at this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden you just see this Drake just dive bomb the door, and it just flies open. And you see, like, as the Drake, like, dive bombs into the door, he just kind of flies in and disappears. And the door swings open, and it's just this, like, glowing, slightly greenish white, like, kind of like portal-looking door, like, space.
I'm going to follow my companion into the doorway.
I'm gonna try to yell real fast, like, hold on, wait a second. Just a second ago, you guys were all concerned that eating the food meant you could never leave, and now we're just gonna walk through a mysterious portal in the middle of the Fey Wilderness. Maybe we should talk about this first.
My friend is in there. He's traveled with me for years. I cannot just abandon him.
Well, let's see if he can come back out. He's got wings.
Can he report back? Bagok.
We're not telepathic. We just talk to each other.
You could try yelling for him.
Yeah, I guess I can. I'll call for him, see if he comes back.
Like a hi, like a hey.
You call at the top of your lungs, and you do not get a response.
What is his name?
Drac.
Drac?
He only speaks Draconic, though, so...
Well, he'll respond to his name, though, right?
One would hope.
Okay, well, I could use one really high-level spell to find him, and if you're really inclined.
I mean, I'm not saying that we can't go through the portal. I'm just saying we should talk about it before we do go through the portal. That's all I'm saying here.
I mean, I can go in, and if I don't come back willingly, then...
Yeah, that's Ren.
Mm-hmm.
So while everyone's talking about who's going through the portal and talking about spells and whatnot, Flint is just gonna and push Mommy. Sorry, what's your character's name?
Renshaw.
Renshaw. Just push Renshaw through the portal.
Whoa!
You might want to roll, because I weigh 250 pounds.
Woo! You're sturdy!
I am a stout halfling.
I was just willing to say I'm going to go through the portal.
Nope,
If I don't come back in 5 minutes.
I just want to know. I want to know if he was successful or not. I want to know if Flint can push me through the portal.
That's up to the DM right there. That's a 50-50 shot.
Well, 120 versus 120.
Uh-oh.
So, you rolled that. Also, roll me a sleight of hand.
Yeah. Right down the fucking middle, still.
So,
I guess it doesn't matter. Never mind.
Slight nudge in my favor. Go ahead.
Renshaw, roll me a perception. Or what is your passive perception? Yes. A 9? Your passive perception? So I would say with Renshaw, with your passive perception being a 9, you don't notice like Flint very obviously reaching up and like shoving you. It is a pretty decent shove, and it gets you right to like the door frame as they like go to shove you. Roll me a just roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Okie dokie. Bam.
So you shove Renshaw, and you thought you gave him a pretty decent shove. But they stopped just short of like actually falling into this portal and kind of catch themselves right at the door frame. You like Renshaw at the very last second, you kind of like throw your hands up and like kind of like stop yourself on like the door that's still like in the frame.
Renshaw's gonna turn around.
Shit, my bad. I was stretching my arms out. I didn't realize she was that close to me.
I'm just gonna stare this motherfucker down.
Yep. Didn't mean to push you.
Mhm.
Just stretching.
I said we should
you-
talk about the portal.
Do you want me to search for Drake? I can find him if he's within 1,000 feet of us.
Can I make an Arcana check on the door?
You can.
18.
Yeah. It's a magical door. It's a magical portal.
Can
You
I
can
tell
tell it's
if
teleportation magic.
Oh, okay, so teleportation magic. Can I tell if it's one way or two way?
It seems to be two-way.
So I'm gonna like get up real close to the door, and I'm like pretty sure that this is a two-way teleporter door. Bagok?
Okay. That's good. This is encouraging. I just want to raise one more point. It seems like we're going through this door. I don't care. Let's go through the door. But before we do, does this get us any closer to finding the jewelry, which is our quest?
We don't know.
We don't even know where we are. We just know we're in the Fey Wilds.
Well,
Well, it might be best though too if Balkan goes through first in case Drake is aggressive.
And I am okay with that.
Just remember, I just want to say it out loud. Our priority is the rat bastard Fitzpatrick.
This is good to have some reminders. My squirrel nature is very distracted.
If we're after Fitzpatrick, I know exactly where he's at.
you do?
What?
Yeah, that's the dude we're helping out.
No,
no,
we're
Rat
helping
Bastard
out.
Fitzpatrick.
We're helping out.
Declan.
Declan.
Yeah.
Declan Finley.
Yep, you're right. I'm scrolling back through all the rolls.
Declan Fiddy.
Well, I'm down to walk through the door if nobody's gonna stop me.
I'm going to step out of the way
I'm
and
not gonna stop
gesture
you.
with my wing. After you, sir.
I will nod my head to the chick. Thank you. Do I just call you chicken?
Bagok! I'm cat. You can call me Cat.
Speaks.
I'm
Man,
calling
too many
Cat.
talking
You can
animals
call
for
me Cat.
Malcolm. Well, thank you, Cat. Alright.
Says the
And
talking lizard.
listen, a kobold is a common creature.
That's what I said. This seems like a Disney princess adventure right now.
Yeah.
I was thinking of being either a tabaxi or an owlin, but it just felt like Drake with a kobold. Just lizard bros.
What color are you?
I chose to be like a reddish or a scarlet.
Okay.
It has no real effect. It's not like I get a fire breath or anything.
I'm just
It's just-
imagining your color.
It sucks that you can't see like other people's descriptions and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But okay.
Okay, so Josh,
Yep.
how?
I have never really, I do not recall at least, how to move a particular character's view over into a different map. I know that we'd figured it out at one point.
Here, one moment. I can go ask Sean real quick. I think
Yeah.
he knows.
Yeah, I know that we'd worked it out at one point, though. And Sean was one that to know.
What was this? What was his companion's name? Drake?
Great.
I'm imagining his character looks like Pascal from Rapunzel.
It seems like he's not coming
mid-game.
back through. Anyone want to go through next?
I think Wash Your Sister Saw said she wants to go in next.
Who in a bit of habadoo?
Who the hell is that?
Friend shot.
Watch your sister sauce.
Yeah, 'cause
Oh boy.
I'm not picking on you specific. You're just the closest person to me.
Mm-hmm.
Does Fredshaw have any recourse of action? Maybe like a resize member spell or
I got a resize member spell. You want to see a magic trick?
That's right. That's this character.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's-
I mean, well, I had a very strong intimidation, but
I
no,
stepped
it's
back.
fine. I'm just gonna wait. This is just gonna go on my tally of things to remember at a later time.
While you're doing and figuring this out, then I'm going to ritual cast augury.
What is that?
It's
Yeah.
a second level spell. I don't know how much of it came through there. I think I can just there we go. I can click on this button too. That should give you the full rundown if the first one didn't.
This is good.
So I'm going to reach into my pack and pull out some sticks that have some gems on them and just hold them in my paws and rattle them around and throw them on the ground.
Okay.
Would you like
And
me
are
to roll
you when you do this, it's verbal and semantic?
semantic? Mm-hmm. And
So like
I would say, oh, nut gods, please tell me your wisdom, and throw them, the sticks.
Oh well.
Now, if this was my other character, these were gods I could get behind.
Boring. Ew.
So if you do this and you throw the sticks down and you're examining them, and after a couple of minutes you receive the omen of wheel.
The nut gods have told us that this is the right direction, a good direction. I say aloud to everyone and pick up my sticks, putting them in my bag.
I just bagawk in agreement and step through the door.
Renshaw's not impressed, but is tired of fighting and just goes through the door.
Okay.
As Renshaw goes through, Flint's like, yeah! Fist pump downwards.
Hey, it looks like we're the last two standing. Do you want to go like halfway through and like poke your head back through and tell me it's okay?
You want me to just hold you under my arm and both pop through? I think that is a yes. And here we go. Wait.
That'll make things easier on you, Gab, for now, at least too. I figure. But it is good to know if we can figure it out, because I've been trying to figure that freaking thing out for a while, and it only comes up every now and again. So like every time that it does come up, I've forgotten by that time how the hell to do it.
Yeah.
I will wait till the next map, but very unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go.
Okay.
Understandable. We're at the 10 o'clock hour there.
Yeah, I want to. I would like to finish this, so I want to see where it goes. Is
And this is-
Fitzpatrick the person we're looking for? Did Fitzpatrick really just drink a bunch of tequila and all of his jewelry fell off?
Well, and this is probably a good point to ask Gab, I guess. Do you think at the rate that we're going that we should continue on, or should maybe you pick up the next one? Because we don't have every month filled out for one shots, obviously. But that's what I was trying to do more or less in the amounts of people that we have, and that could potentially run the one shot. But where my Tarth?
Doing a one shot. You still doing one shot each month?
That's what I was looking at when I was originally thinking about it. But we don't have that many people, and that were willing and or able to do the one shots. I see 7 total, and 3 of which are maybes, with Ike, George, and Sarah being those maybes. So I didn't know who was going to do the next one, and I know that needed to be lined up. So, and we're in March, so we have quite a few months, the 3rd month all the way to the 12th now, of fitting in at least 4 more different folks. So if we wanted to keep continuing Gabs for the next month, maybe like somewhere in April. I don't know what your schedule looks like, but that's just something that I was mulling about in the past.
I mean, that's up to you guys. I could definitely, we could definitely pick this up next week, and I can finish it.
Have a 2-parter. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
You think
A 2-shot.
You could do it the 21st?
Yeah, I'm off that day.
Okay. As
Babe,
long as
I
you're
just looked over at your desk. You should have taken a picture of your Lego squirrel.
Let me double check. I'm
Yeah.
90% sure I am off that day.
You should share it right now.
Sharing is
Because I
caring.
think that's the week that I get all fucked up with my schedule. Because I've been steady Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I think I think next week is where I shift to I work Monday, and then I'm off during the week, and then I work 5 fucking days in a row. I work 3 12s and 2 8s.
Ugh.
Yeah. So I work 8 hours on Monday, and then I'm off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I'm 9 to 9:30, and then Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm 10:30 to 7. So next Tuesday I can do it. The following Tuesday, I can't.
Okay. Well, I
I mean,
mean,
well, we'll see how it goes because I'm not working that day. I'm taking a vacation day because me and Ike's anniversary. So like,
Aww.
no. I'm definitely not gonna take that up off of you.
but
If the 21st is good, then we can shoot for then, and we can finish this off if you think that's a good enough amount of time to finish what we're on.
Mhm.
Because but who's got next? I think we've got at least 2 folks here that are 3 if Zach's back on, that we're talking about making a one shot.
I want to do a one shot.
Yeah.
I don't know for what date though.
Well, as of now, we're in the beginning of March, so and we have the rest of the months free.
the books are open.
Exactly. The other thought I had was if you guys wanted to make it like simpler on yourselves. Oh man, that is such a cute Lego. If you guys wanted to roll for who's next, because like I'd said, Jesse, Olivia, you'd said you'd do one too, but you were thinking towards the later half of the year. for
I
yours.
cannot until after July. I'm
Okay.
not available to
No,
be in charge
yeah,
of anything.
completely understandable. And then Zach, you were talking about maybe a one shot as well.
I don't know if I'm ready for a homebrew one shot. I still need to do the normal campaign.
Normal campaign.
Oh, for our Saturday.
Mm-hmm. I understand. So I guess that would, Jesse, would you be up for like the next one? I don't know when it would be in the
May.
coming, say like May, April. I know April's the next month, but May is obviously doable. We've got one.
I could do April or May. Most of
Okay.
my stuff's gonna be mostly improv. I'm probably just gonna have maps, and I'm gonna rely really heavily on chance rolls to see what happens.
Need to do this.
Bonita.
I'll put you in May then, because I'm looking at how it's working out, and if we're getting 2 sessions in a row there, then that way we'll be able to work through the latter half of March and April with the Allopolis and Manipolis, and then in May. So that way it's like, because I'm just looking at who all said that they could potentially do it, and I know Sarah was a maybe, and Ike was a maybe, and George is a maybe, but I know George is not DM'd at all. Sarah has. Do you know if Ike has, Gab?
Nope, he has not.
So those are all generally folks too, besides Sarah, that have going to need a little bit more time to prepare probably as well, like yourself, Olivia. So it's probably good to leave a little bit more time there for them. And giving it, let me see here, just 2, 3. Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out as we go, but as long as we had the next one down, I just wanted to make sure. I know getting people time ahead of time. You don't have to tell me a date as of yet in May or anything like that, Jesse. But and on that note too, I was thinking at the beginning of May the Eurythmic Veracity, if everybody didn't see.
Yeah, I wanted to do it like without interfering with that.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you wanted me to, but I figured that would be like all you.
I think I was saying the first week of May, so that Tuesday is plenty fine, even still, because that weekend, if you recall, if when we were having our recap for the last year, is we were talking about Eurythmic Veracity becoming more of this almost its own one shot, basically, of in its own place. It would still be all the characters like we did the very first time, but we didn't get to the Eurythmic Veracity event, if you will, last
Yeah, we just
Halloween.
played the campaign.
Yep, which was partially you'll find out why. I guess if we during that, but I got the more or less okay to have you guys over, and you can camp out however which way you want. Just not in the orchard. That's all we ask.
Oh yeah, we have to bring your own tent, right?
Yep. Unless you want to, sleep out on the grounds. The other thing I would say is the orchard itself is mostly off grounds, but there are some trees like the oaks and the black walnuts that are good for hammocking, FYI. But it's May. You'll probably want to consider bugs.
Yeah, prepare for the worst.
Mm-hmm. And I'll have fire materials, obviously, but so those are all things to think about. But
You're welcome.
I don't know that meme.
No,
No, who is that?
that's Justin Timberlake. It's because that NSYNC song where it's gonna be me. It sounds like he's saying he goes, "It's gonna be May."
Nah.
Well, oh, never mind. I was thinking of Backstreet Boys. I want it that way.
Mhm.
All right,
Be May.
I'm gonna head off. Thanks
All
for
right.
the campaign. One shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining.
Hopefully, we'll see you next week.
Oh yeah, should.
Finish it off.
I shouldn't be like working no 12 or whatnot.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Happy Pie Day, y'all.
Yeah, happy Pi Day.
Happy Pie Day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it took me way too late in the day to realize it was Pi Day. So real quick before we go, Josh, I will update you as I know. I will be defending May 4th or 5th or 8th
Ooh.
or 12th. I don't know because I have one motherfucker that won't respond to me, and I'm waiting to try to figure out when this is happening. So if it happens the 4th or the 5th, I'll be at Eurythmic Veracity. If it happens the 8th or the 12th, I will not be there. So as soon as I know, I will let you know.
I completely
Fucking
understand
fight
that.
him for it.
No, I completely understand that.
Yeah.
Be sure to bring Mame's bejeweled axe of justice to slay those assholes. And
Yeah.
Wait, no, you can't because you threw him away.
All right.
I need to get a better one.
Night.
Have a good night, y'all.
Good night.
Later.
Bye.
A grand and wonderful thank you for those who took the time and made it here, to the end of the episode, where I know sometimes we are long-winded and others we are just dead silent. I don't know what to tell you. This is raw here, folks. Please remember to like and subscribe, and you can help support us just by listening. But you can also provide even more support, if you like, by going to Anchor FM page and following the support link there. If you do so, I will personally work in an NPC or an idea, whatever you'd like to hear played out. If you want, you can get a hold of us through one of our many options, including voice messages on Anchor FM, or DM to our Twitter, or any other social media that you can find us, YouTube, etc. You can share your ideas, otherwise listen for the shout out and thank you for making it through.